how are you doing? Welcome to my channel. My name is Tahavde Belema. So today guys, I'm going to be sharing with you this beautiful mermaid skirt I saw online, and I thought to make it for myself and also share the whole process with you guys. So the interesting thing about the skirt is that I have seen the wrap version of the skirt, and I think I prefer the normal skirt version because if you know that pencil shape you get with your mermaid skirt, so I don't, you can't have that with the wrap version, so that's why I prefer the normal skirt. So then also when I start the project, I'm not going to be starting with the basics of skirt pattern blocks. I'm going to leave a link in the description for skirt pattern blocks and also how to install your invisible zipper, so please use that. And if you are yet to subscribe to my channel, and if this is your first time coming across my channel, you're very welcome, and please do hit the subscribe button because I have lots of valuable content for you. So with that, let's start our project. I've got the skirts for the front piece. The front piece is cut on fold. It's cut on fold. Also cut the back piece. So what we need to do for the back now, what we just need to do is to shape it. You know, please use the link in the description to see how I draft skirt pattern. What we need to do now is just shaping the back. But the skirt, you don't just cut it straight. Half inch will be here, plus half inch will be here. So it's either you slash and spread this on another plain piece of paper, then you put it on your fabric, or you slash and spread it directly on your fabric to the back. This is all you just need to do at the back. So for the front, where we have the main work to be done. Now for the front part, what we need to do, like if you check, it's not really straight. Now one thing you have to know about with fabrics, like I always say, when it's cut on the bias, as it's going like if it's cut this way, it's straight, but once it's going like this, it will tend to stretch a bit. So what I will advise that you do is that you put stabilizer on the lining. You understand? Like this one now is not going to be lined, it's going to be lined together. You understand? It's not going to be lined, the lining sewn on its own, the main outfit sewn on its own, then it's done maybe at the waist or at the hem. No, this one is going to be sewn together to make it easier for you to pick up everything together. So this one, I'll advise that at this point you put like a stabilizer to hold it together so it does not stretch. You can either put the stabilizer on just a little bit, you understand, either on this place or on this other side, but you just need to put stabilizer to ensure that it does not stretch out of front. So after doing this, what you need to do now is to determine how long you want your fish to be. Like if you notice at this end, it comes down. You understand? It comes down, so you just have to determine. You have to determine, like if you recall, my allowances are always inside of it. So at this point, if you check the design, it drops. So you will determine how long you want it to be. So for me, I think this is okay. Coming down to this level is okay. This one doesn't get to the end. It's a different color of marker. What we are working with is the red line. So this is the top part plus half inch plus half inch. This is the top part. And for this other side, I would use black marker. I'm looking at what we need to do is that we need to cut out this one will be on its own, this red one. The black one will be on its own. So that is for this other side and this one is for this other side. But one thing we are supposed to do is to slash and spread it. What we need to do now is to take this one and use our tracing wheel and trace it onto another paper, and then we cut out the skirt, the main body of the skirt. Skirt has two parts, this part and this other side, the one that is with the blue. The skirt has a band and now has this belt for, I think that's the swag, man. So that's what we need to do now, to get another piece of paper. But I think we could take one, we could trace out one, take one, we'll trace it out onto another paper, then we'll slash it and spread. Same thing we will be doing with our back. We'll slash it, but the back, since it's straight, all we need to do is just slash, put it on our fabric and pin it down and cut it out. So the minute we do that, draw out the lines. This is the top part. We notice today we have sewing allowance. Place this on the fabric, also slash and spread. And next thing is the skirt itself. So okay, we have the arrow pointing up. I have half inch here, half inch here, half inch here. The front of our skirt. Okay, so I have cut the main skirt, that's the main skirt body. So this is the fabric and the lining. So all I need to do is just sew them together to make sure everything is in order. Then remember, we'll have to put a little hair stay at the edge here, so it does not, this is unbiased, so if you notice, it will stretch, just to hold it in place so it doesn't move. So this is the down part of the skirt, this is the top part, then this is our back. This is the back, of course, notched for our zip allowance. So I'll just put this away and cut these other ones. I put the X on this one, but normally when I have a line like this and there's an X in it, it means slash. So this is the longer part. So if you look at it, the flare looks like the other one. Now we are about to cut the back. So this back, of course, is 2. So might as well just fold it. So now for this back now, somebody can decide that, okay, let me just cut, instead of using the pattern, let me just cut is straight, you know, just do like half circle, yeah, half circle straight, and just put at the back. But it would look, when you look at the skirt, it will not look the same with the front. It will look like a, when you look at the flare will look different, because there's a reason why all the spaces have to be the same, so that when you look at them, even if they are sewn together, it will look like maybe you cut a flare, that you cut full flare and you just put it around and then start adjusting it, which will just generally lead to waste of fabric. So, but when you use the pattern, you get everything looking the same. The fullness is the same. I'm trying to look for the right word to describe it, but generally you know what I mean. The fullness will look the same. The flare will look the same. So that's why the pattern is better, which ensures that, because these parts are going to be that fullness. Yes, so they will all look the same. So I hope you got that part. You understand it. So this is the back. This is, so you generally cut off everything. So it's for us to go and start joining this now. So I'll just take from this one to do the belts. So people have finished with the skirts. Yes, so this is This is the front, this is the top flare, then this is the bottom flare, and of course the back. But what I just want to point out is that, let's say peradventure, you know this fabric is kind of busy, so you not see the joining. But if you are using a fabric that the joining will have to show, I think it would be advisable for you to like fold this inside, you understand, like this, and top stitch it so you don't see these edges. You know this place is the front, so you just fold it inside like it's on the picture. You just fold it inside and top stitch it so you don't get to see this woven edge. So this is the bottom flare for the front, and this is the, so two little details that I don't know if I should say I missed out or I left out was, number one, this part that is supposed to cascade down is supposed to start higher, maybe like 3 or 4 inches higher. So it was I didn't pay attention to that particular detail because I personally would have loved it for it to be a bit higher. So but it's not. So after I had cut it, that's when I actually looked at the picture once again and I discovered that I took it lower. So maybe when you're practicing yours, you could take your own higher, because personally I think if it was higher it would have been way finer. Then also the waist, the back waist, you know that adjustment we usually do at our zip area, but what they did, because this is the natural waist, they put rubber at the back, but I just didn't want to go through that rubber thing because I just felt rubber and all this, I just didn't want it. I felt somehow the rubber might be, I just don't want the rubber, so I now put the hook and eye there at the back. So invisible zip and the hook and eye, but there's this back part is rubber. So those are the two things I missed out, but every other thing we are in order. So this part that's supposed to cascade is supposed to start from somewhere here. You go from here, come down, and that's it. That's the way it was. So I missed out that part, but every other thing is okay, and I do love this skirt. So guys, do yours, and just look for a beautiful fabric, a bright fabric, that kind of thing, and your skirts will be, I make your skirt generally. So that is it. So please don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you found any value, and please, if you're yet to subscribe, please hit the subscribe button and turn on your notification bell so you get notified whenever I upload a new video. And see you on the next video. Take care and bye.